Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Mandy, and I'm here with Stephen, who's one of my patients, and he is going to share with you some of his favorites at Whole Foods, which he works at. And I think this is a really good opportunity for people to realize that your life is not over when you change your diet for the better. I think a lot of times when people come to me for the first time, their biggest concern is, oh my God, I have to make all these changes to my diet. My life is over. You're going to ruin my life. And I don't think that's a true statement. Granted, there's a lot of changes that have to be made if you're used to eating a lot of processed foods. So just as a reminder, we talk a lot about 80-20 rule, which, 80% of what you put in your mouth or you put on your plate should be something you should have grown or killed yourself. So unaltered, unprocessed, but we still have that wiggle room of that 20%, which is the things that we can enjoy. So we're here to talk about that 20%. What can you enjoy? You want to watch a movie, you want a snack, you want to have something that's fun. What can we do without feeling guilty? Correct?
Yes, that is definitely correct.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? So tell my audience a bit about yourself. Introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah, my name is Stephen. I live in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I've lived here since April 47. I've been with Whole Foods Market in the grocery department for 8 years, in 4 different stores in 3 different states. I've had chronic illness since 2002, some digestive issues and also some urinary issues as well. And what I want to talk about today is just how diet has really helped me in my healing, and different types of foods that you can eat to help you with your healing in that way.
Great. Yeah. So this is good. This is a good opportunity for people to kind of learn. Someone who's been through it themselves. So, so you've been with Whole Foods for how long again?
8 years.
8 years. Okay. So you probably really understand their culture and their mission. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah. So Whole Foods kind of is set apart from most other grocery stores. Our mission statement is to carry the best quality foods and supplements. Whole Foods has a list of 260 plus ingredients that none of our products will have. So no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners, no GMOs, no corn syrups, stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to know all 260 plus. All of our meats that are sold behind the counter are fresh. No hormones, no antibiotics. Stuff we do have on the actual shelves is not going to be fresh, but it's still not going to contain the hormones or antibiotics. Highly recommend getting the stuff behind the counter if you're going to be looking for meat. Same thing with our supplements. Our stuff goes through a rigorous process of testing to determine that we carry the best quality supplements. And also same with our produce and stuff like that. So yeah, you are going to get the best quality bang for your buck. And that's kind of what sets us apart from most grocery stores, compared to what Whole Foods has. So best stuff you can get for your money, basically.
So, is it pretty safe to say if someone has a lot of food allergies or sensitivities, that going to Whole Foods will be a good way for them to find alternatives and things that they can actually prepare or eat?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have gluten-free sections in pretty much all of our different sections. So, if you're looking for gluten-free crackers, there's going to be a section that's going to have just crackers that are gluten-free. Starting to see a lot of parents that are coming in with peanut allergy issues that, they've got to bring some kind of a snack to school for an event or something. So we do have some peanut-free items, big section of dairy-free as well. So yeah, pretty much any type of sensitivity that you have, we're going to be able to find something that can match what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, so pizza is something I really miss.
Yes, we do have a gluten-free pizza section too as well.
Yeah, no, I believe me. I've already checked them all out. So that's awesome. And I'm a big fan of Whole Foods. I'm probably one of the top shoppers in the area. I shop there every week through the Amazon app. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, so most stores now, you can actually do your shopping through the Amazon app. There's actually a Whole Foods link that you can go to actually do shopping. I'm not sure if every single store is doing it right now. But most of the stores that I've seen in my area and where I used to live at in Ohio are actually doing it now. It's where you can actually shop on your phone, pick out the items that you want, and then you can either pick them up, or some stores actually offer Amazon delivery, which is great. So, if you're at home, you're not feeling good, you don't want to bring the kids out to the store, it's a good way to shop, and somebody else will do your shopping for you, and it'll either get delivered or you can go to the store and pick it up yourself. Amazon also, any sale item that you see in the store, if you are an Amazon Prime member, so when I say a sale item, it's going to be anything that has like a yellow sign on it that has a sale price. If you are an Amazon Prime shopper, you are going to get an extra 10% off that sale price. So that's pretty good. I think in the 8 years I've been with the store, when I first started working at Whole Foods, they would always call it whole paycheck. I think since we've gotten Amazon's bought us, I think a lot of our prices are actually very, the same as a lot of prices that you may find at like your local grocery store, especially if you use the 365 items or the Whole Foods Market items. They're going to be the best bang for your buck. So yeah, so those are some of the benefits of being an Amazon Prime shopper.
Yeah, I definitely have done a comparison. And they do have amazing sales. I mean, just the other day they had, I guess it's apple season, right? It's fall. The apples were all like totally discounted, and we went crazy and bought a bunch of food there. So
Yes.
catch them when they're having their sales.
Yes.
Alrighty, great. So so those of you who, and I've used the delivery too, I have definitely utilized that when my Whole Foods is about 20 minutes away, so sometimes I just don't feel like going over there, so I've had them deliver, and they're very good with their delivery. Everything is so well, they pick really good things, and that's something I have noticed is if you don't like your item or something, they pick something you didn't like, you will get a refund. Amazon, absolutely.
Yeah. Whole Foods is a zero. Like one of the things I like about them is so much. I worked at other retailers that, weren't really customer focused or customer based, but with Whole Foods, you can eat something and say you eat half of it and you're not happy with it or something, just bring it back to the store or just bring your receipt in and say, hey, I'm not satisfied with this item, and we will take care of you. So, because we want your business, we don't want you to go somewhere else. So yeah, we're super customer focused. So yeah, that's another thing that kind of sets us apart from other stores.
I definitely have noticed that. Yeah, I'm very happy with the store. All right, so you've got your 12 favorite products. So we're going to talk about what it is, why you like it. You can talk a bit about the ingredients, and then just let people know where to find this in the store.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So I'm pretty much a meat eater, I would say most nights, but on Mondays, me and my wife do like a meatless Monday kind of thing. So two of my favorite items that I use, one of them is garbanzo beans. So hopefully everybody can see that. This is the Eden Foods brand that we actually carry in the store. I would also recommend probably the 365. I think it's like $1 cheaper, but the day I was looking for garbanzo beans, this is the only thing we had in stock. But these are really, really good. They're super high in folate, which B9, and other vitamins as well. So this is a good staple food for me. I pretty much eat it like once or twice a week. And then I would also recommend washing these before you actually cook them, but you can have it like a salad or a hash or something like that. But yeah, it's one of my favorite items. It's garbanzo beans.
Can I make a comment about that?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's BPA free, correct? Can you check?
Yes. Yeah. All of our stuff that we carry also is BPA free. So yeah, you don't have to worry about anything like that.
Those
so
of
yeah,
you listening, not sure about BPA, they use it in the liner. And bisphenol A, I think that's how you say it. But anyway, it is an endocrine disruptor. So it will be something that will affect your hormones. It'll affect your thyroid. It'll affect a lot of things that you don't want it to affect. So we want things to be BPA free. About that chickpea, I make hummus with that. So I do make a hummus. I have to make mine low oxalate, but I do make a hummus, and I take the skins and I pop them off. So put that one up again. That brand.
Yeah. This is the Eden Foods brand, but like I said, I also recommend the 365 brand. It's just as good. I think the day I was shopping, they just didn't have any in stock, so I had to get this one. But it's good.
I get the big jug, the Whole Foods jug version, the 365. Those are the only two brands that I can pop the skin off without destroying the chickpea. If you go get cheap chickpeas from like a grocery store, you smash them. those brands, because they're so meaty, you can literally pop the skins off. And the reason I'm mentioning the popping the skins off is because A, it makes the hummus smoother, but B, it's can also reduce the sometimes people are I guess lectins and things, sometimes people are affected by different parts of beans. So by popping the skin off, you may be less sensitive to the bean itself. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, go ahead. Next.
So next item that I like is green lentils. This is the Whole Foods brand. I follow a low histamine diet, kind of like Dr. Mandy does. Just make sure don't get the French green lentils. They are supposed to be higher oxalate than the green lentils. This is another food that I do on like my Meatless Monday. But these are super high in fiber, also iron and potassium as well. And this is another really good staple food that I use like on a daily basis, probably at least once or twice a week. I never was a huge fan of lentils like growing up, but now the last couple of years, I love them. They're so good.
You soak them, right?
Yes, yeah, I do soak them, correct.
Yeah,
usually overnight if I'm going to have them like on a Monday, I'll usually soak them Sunday night, and then Monday they're ready to go.
Yeah, I just want people to understand with lentils, because they can be inflammatory because of the lectins, you're going to want to soak them and pressure cook them if you can. It will definitely make it more digestible. I made the mistake one time and I didn't soak them and I didn't pressure cook them. And I got so inflamed after I ate it and my whole body was on fire. And I realized it was because I didn't prepare them correctly. So like lentils and those kinds of legumes, things like that, you want to make sure that you soak, and if you can pressure cook them like an Instapot, it's the best way to prepare them. Now the canned chickpeas, you don't need to do that. They're already done for you, but because those were dry, you're going to want to prepare them like that. And by the way, lentils are one of the very few plant-based foods that have all of your essential amino acids. So your Meatless Monday that you're eating those, you don't actually need meat. I love that, by the way. Meatless Monday, that's awesome. I need to start doing that.
It's actually a Whole Foods thing, because the store I used to work at in Ohio would have like vegan options on Monday, and we would just be packed that day. Yeah, so that's where I got that from.
Yeah, no, and lentils are a great option because they do have all essential amino acids that you need for the day. There's very few out there that give you all of that, but I know lentils are, and they're also high in iron. I don't know if people knew that. So
yeah, iron and potassium, I think, as well. So yeah, it's a great food. I love it.
Awesome. So, okay, next.
All right, next one, pumpkin season. So 365 pumpkin puree. Just make sure that the one you get, there's another brand I think we carry called Farmers Market, but
hold it up if you don't mind.
Sorry, you see it a little better there.
Yep, there you go.
There's another brand we carry that's called Farmers Market, but there's also a pumpkin pie filling. Make sure you're getting the pumpkin puree, because the pumpkin pie fillings is going to be loaded with sugar, and it's just extra stuff that you don't want to have. So this is good. I'll actually have some of this in my smoothie. I may put a scoop in there. Or I'll also do like a pumpkin oatmeal every once in a while that I found on somebody else's channel that I just love. So yeah, 365 organic pumpkin puree. It's a great staple food.
Oh, I bet we can make muffins with them, huh?
We could make a lot of muffins, but this guy does not know how to cook really well. So I'd have to have my wife do that. So
I'll send you a recipe.
Yeah, awesome. That would be great. So next item, whole ground flaxseed meal. This is the Bob's Red Mill version. I think I saw you post one time about doing oatmeal, to do half oatmeal and half flaxseed meal.
Yeah.
So I actually started doing that with my oatmeal, and I just absolutely love it. It's great. Super clean. The only ingredient in this is the flaxseed. But this you can actually find in the supplement section at Whole Foods. It's not going to be with the grocery items. It's going to be where like the vitamins and minerals are. But yeah, this is definitely a food that I just love. It's so good.
So I actually mix that in muffins as well. So when I make banana muffins, I will do that along with the coconut flour to make the flour, nice and rich. But also, it's fiber, right? Source of fiber, but it has the omega-3 fatty acids. It actually has omega-3, 6, and 9. It has all three, but it's another way to get omega-3s. A lot of people don't get enough omega-3s in their diet because they're not eating enough fatty fish. So flaxseed oil, flax seeds, or even flaxseed meal is another way to get your omega-3s, because you need those a good omega-3 to 6 ratio in order to have healthy inflammatory pathways. So
yeah, it's definitely.
Yep.
So next item, 365. This is the Manuka honey. It's the multi-floral version. This is a good one that we have at the store because it's only $19.99 for this jar. Because if you do see some Manuka honeys, they can go up to like $80 or $100 for a bottle.
You want to put it straight so you can see the
yeah, sorry about
brand
that.
Okay,
This is
all
a
right.
really good
Well, there's a little
version for
glare
me.
in your. There's a little glare from
Yeah,
that.
sorry about that.
It's okay.
But yeah, this is the Whole Foods brand. It's rated a 40 plus, which is really good. This is from New Zealand. This is a super good antimicrobial, antifungal, and it's also antioxidant as well. I usually take a spoonful of this in the morning, and I absolutely love it. I love honey. But yeah, this is definitely a really good ingredient to put in your diet.
Perfect. Okay.
So when I started this low ox diet, one of the biggest things I was sad that I couldn't eat anymore is nuts. But I did find there actually is one low ox nut, and that's dried macadamia nuts. Yeah. So I have this in my staple pretty much all the time. Super high in iron and potassium, but these are definitely good. These you can find over in the nut section. Try to get the organic ones if you can. I think they're just a dollar more expensive than the conventional ones, but yeah, these are so good. Actually grown on me probably in the last year and a half.
Yeah, I haven't seen those there, so I'm glad you're pointing that out. I have not seen
those. Yeah, they were out of stock at our warehouse. I know through COVID for like a long period of time. I think we just got them back. I want to say like a month, 2 months ago, which is good. But yeah, there's also another brand that we carry called Aurora. So if you don't find the 365 brand, you may be able to find the Aurora brand. But yeah, these are definitely something good to add to your diet, especially if you're low ox. So next item is for cooking. This is what I use to cook all my food in. This is grass-fed beef tallow. This is super high in linoleic acid, which is an anti-inflammatory. It's also high in vitamins A, K, and D. Started using this over butter. Just I wanted to try to go to a non-dairy option. This stuff is really good. Very flavorful when you're cooking beef.
Is that different?
Yeah, I think tallow is a little bit different than ghee. Ghee is more of like a clarified butter. Tallow is just basically the rendered beef fat. So I actually started using this and I love it. I think it's more flavorful on the meat. Oh. And then it's got some vitamins and nutrients in there as well. But yeah, I just started cooking with this about a year ago, and this is when I cook all my beef and stuff, and it's so good.
I gotta check that out. I have not done that yet. Where's this stuff?
This is over by the olive oils and like the coconut oils and stuff. Yeah, most stores should have it. If not, I'm sure they can get it if you like ask one of the team members. Not sure if our store in Ohio carried it, but I talked to our buyer about getting it in, and she ordered it in, and we sell a crazy amount of this. All the guys that are like big in like carnivore diets and stuff pretty much talk about tallow. So tallow is going to be a huge staple food, definitely. So yeah, I love this stuff. Okay, so next item is a snacky item that I actually found on Dr. Mandy's page one time, talking about flackers. So these are flaxseed crackers. Only ingredients are flaxseed, apple cider vinegar, and sea salt. These are super high in iron and potassium, and I'll snack on these every once in a while. They are so good. Also with hummus, we were talking about hummus earlier. These are so good. So yeah, definitely recommend these by the crackers.
They have a rosemary flavor, and rosemary is a very, very, very important antioxidant, but I just love rosemary anyway. So have you tried that one yet?
No, not yet. I'm after those a shot. Yeah, those are really good. So let's go with milk next. So there's a lot of milks out there, especially if you're doing plant-based milks that have a lot of oils in them, especially sunflower oil, canola oil, that kind of thing. The one milk that we carry that's oat or almond based that has no additives in it is called Malk. It's M-A-L-K. This is the oat version, and you can't beat these ingredients. Filtered water, gluten-free oats, and Himalayan pink salt is pretty much all you get in this. So this is like super clean. I know a lot of people are on the Oatly train right now. Oatly we sell like a ton of. Oatly actually has something in it called rapeseed oil, which is basically a form of canola oil, so they can bump the fat up. So I would definitely stay away from Oatly or Forager. The one thing I will say about this though, if you're going to drink it straight, it is very plain. There's not really much flavoring to it because it's basically just ground up oats. But if you are going to mix it in a smoothie with like, some other things like berries or something like that, this is a really good option. And it's not going to inflame your system because it doesn't have the extra oils or gums in it. So yeah, this is the milk version. It's so good. We have it in oat milk, almond milk, and then there's also a vanilla version of each as well. But this is so good. Yeah,
Okay, I have not seen that yet.
Great.
I'm glad you're showing me that. Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to some other items. This is the Purely Elizabeth Original Ancient Free Granola. I'll usually every once in a while have some like coconut yogurt, and I'll usually put some of this on top. But this is gluten-free, it's non-GMO, it's vegan. I love this stuff. It's so good. I would just stay with the plain version. Some of the other ones I think have some ingredients that could be inflammatory, or especially if you're following like a low ox, low histamine diet, you want to stay away from those. But yeah, this stuff is really good. I wouldn't recommend eating it all the time. It does have cinnamon in it, which could be a histamine trigger for some people. But for me, I just have a little bit every once in a while in my granola or with my granola, and it's so good.
Can you read the ingredients? I'm curious.
So it's got certified gluten-free oats, coconut sugar, coconut oil, sunflower seeds, quinoa flakes, chia seeds, cinnamon, and salt. So it's very clean. So yeah, for the sweetening, it's just the coconut oil and the coconut sugar. So yeah, I think I follow somebody on Instagram that has an autoimmune condition, and she had mentioned this. And so I was like, I want to try something, just get a little sweetness in my diet. And this stuff is really, really good. So yeah, wouldn't eat it all the time, but it is good.
Yeah, 20%, 20%.
20%, yeah. 80-20 rule. That's what I do too as well. So everybody likes ice cream. So I'm a big ice cream fan. I was able to find this ice cream. I think they pronounce it Fronen. So it's Fronen. The store that I worked at in Ohio actually carried this. The store that I work at here in Massachusetts doesn't. So I'm not really sure if every store is going to have it or not. But if you can't find it at Whole Foods, you may be able to find it at one of your other grocery stores. But once again, we're talking about like ingredients: coconut cream, honey, water, and vanilla extract. That's all this thing has.
Wow.
So there's nothing else. 4 ingredients. That's what you need to look at when you're looking at labels. I know it can get hard. The least amount of ingredients, the cleanest amount of ingredients you have, the easier it is going to be for your body to digest it. So that's what you need to look for. That's what I tell a lot of the customers that I work with at Whole Foods. You want to look for the cleanest products you can get. And this is one of the best that I've found, which is 4 ingredients for an ice cream. You can't beat that. This is the Madagascar
coconut. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Coconut cream, honey, water, and vanilla extract. That's all it has. So it's really good. Yeah, so definitely highly recommend this guy right here. Not every day, 80-20.
Yeah.
So, and the last ingredient I want to talk about is popcorn. So every once in a while, me and my wife will be watching some Netflix, and I'll have a little bit of popcorn, but not much. So this is the Lesser Evil brands.
Hold that up a little higher. There.
Better. See that there? So the one thing that's good about the Lesser Evil brands is they use coconut oil to cook the popcorn. A lot of the other brands, like let's say Skinny Pop or Orville Redenbacher, stuff like that, use sunflower or canola oil. Lesser Evil is so good because they use coconut oil. So this stuff is going to be really, really clean. It's going to be really, really good for you. I would recommend the Himalayan pink salt kind because the butter and the cheese flavors are a lot of times they're going to have artificial flavoring and stuff, which is not good. But this is definitely good if you're going to have like a movie night with your family or something like that. This is probably
what are the ingredients?
Yes. So organic, non-GMO popcorn, extra virgin coconut oil, Himalayan pink salt. That's all you got. 3 ingredients. That's all it's got. Compared to Skinny Pop, which may have 10 different ingredients. So yeah, if anybody's ever looking for popcorn in the store, this is where I put them to, because this stuff is so good. And I've had a lot of customers come up to me and say, "You're right, this stuff tastes so good." So yeah, it's so clean and so good for you.
Very nice.
So, yep, that's my 12.
All right, nice work. So there you have it. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot. I have my favorites in there too. You introduced me a couple of new things here, so that's good. I'll have to go check that out when I go to the store. That store, you can spend a lot of time in there. I mean, there's a lot of good things in there. Another thing you can do is bake. That's another thing that I like doing is when I have time is to make banana muffins or pumpkin, like you said, and they have a lot of those gluten-free flours. Coconut flour is really good, for example, the flax meal. So yeah, there it's not the end of your life because you have to change your diet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell customers all the time. I'm like, my case 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to eat a lot cleaner. Just don't buy the bad stuff. And then when I get the urge to snack at the end of the night, I got to go get an apple, or I got to go get some berries, or I got to get something good instead of the box of cookies I bought maybe the week before. So if you keep the clean foods on hand, it's going to really change your life. And you're talking to somebody that's had chronic illness since 2002. I can't tell you how much better I feel now because I'm eating so much cleaner.
What was your diet like before?
Oh, it was fast food, sweets. I'm not really much of a cooker. So when I moved out on my own, I didn't feel like cooking all the time. So I would just eat fast food all the time. So it was just, a lot of oils, a lot of garbage. And luckily 2 years ago, I decided to change my life. Whole Foods has a lot to do with that,
of course,
because I've kind of just been so educated on like how much our products are so much more superior to like other stores just because it's so good for you.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I've just done a lot of studying and a lot of eating cleaner, and can't tell you how much it's changed my life, and it can change yours too if you just, get on that train.
Thank you. Amen to that. Yeah, we're very thankful for Whole Foods. So, well, thank you. This is awesome. And we'll have to do another one, like a part 2 series or something in the future.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll just start looking for the next 12.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you so much for having
me. That ice cream out.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's starting to melt over here. I think
I know. I bet it is. Right.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks so much.
But yeah, and one other thing too. If anybody sees me on my page, scarlson39 is my Instagram handle.
Yep.
If you guys have any questions about Whole Foods or low oxalate diet, I have a really good low oxalate list that I go off of. It's low oxalate histamine. I can definitely send that to you if you have any questions about health and eating or anything. Just send them my way. DMs are always open, and I'd love to help. So yeah. And come and see me if you're ever in Cambridge.
Follow him on Instagram. There you go.
Yep, definitely. So thanks for having me.
Thanks so much.